Ladies and gentlemen, ZoMilliams Rising has returned to the Foxxhole. You're listening to ZoWilliams, the voice of reason, on Foxxhole Radio, Sirius 106 XM 149. And as is commonplace for this show, another incredible topic. Get to your phone lines right now, 877-2-106-106. That's the number to dial. I have another heater. Are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. How do we break this down? Have you been in 13 relationships in the last 13 months? Right? Seriously. I mean, and none of those breakups are your fault, right? Do you keep attracting the same kind of person? How to know when the common denominator is you? Trust me, we have an incredible show tonight. I want you to get to your phone lines. If you're going to Twitter me, I'm at ZoWilliams on Twitter, at ZoWilliams, or at Foxxhole Radio. My special guest tonight, none other than, I'm going to take a quick break after I tell you who's here, but none other than legendary comedian, right? This guy's a hothead ready to blow up right now. I can't wait. Louis Dix. Call us, 877-2-106-106. That's the number to dial. And also, from the animated television series, The Boondocks, our special guest relationship specialist. I urge you to call in and get his unique advice. None other than Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a quick second. ZoWilliams, voice of reason, Foxxhole Radio. Are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. I'll be back in a second. I'll see you in a minute. ZoWilliams has returned to the Foxxhole. ZoMilliams Rising. Are you a failure at happiness is our topic tonight. How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. I got Louis Dix and Uncle Ruckus in the building. Are you contemplating ending your relationship because your partner is immune to your attempts at changing them into what you'd like them to be? That's a failure at happiness. Let me just do this really quickly. Louis Dix, you were, and Uncle Ruckus, I want you to evaluate Louis Dix's situation as well.
I can't wait.
Okay. Hey, first off, where this cat starts. I was actually, for those who don't know, and most do, and most don't, I'm sure, because Zoe's all over now. But first of all, thank you for having me, Zoe.
It's all gravy, man.
And I was, for about 206 months, I was in a state of unconscious happiness. I was married for 16 years, so I was unconsciously happy as far as I felt. I demanded it. It was there from what I projected. Mm-hmm. And then I went through past 4 years of just unhappiness because I went through a divorce, so it was straight unhappiness. And then just now stepping into the happy version of me. So it's been really a transition, so it's been I never agreed with people when they said that stuff. Man, if I hadn't went through that, I would have been a better person. I was like, no, I don't need to go through that. Well, here it is. Life puts you through it. So but I feel really proud that I took the right steps to do the right thing, marry my wife, have children within our family, not out of wedlock. So I feel really good about that.
Now, Uncle Ruckus doesn't know that you were divorced. You're divorced.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. But now he done find the happy version of himself. Yeah, I'm sure you did, Louis. You probably find a happy version of yourself when you broke into a Roscoe chicken and waffle late at night. No, that's pretty much the only thing gonna keep you happy.
That's not true. I'm actually that's interesting because this guy always thinks we're negative every aspect of black people, and he's just totally wrong.
Who think you're negative? I think you're just a happy little grinning pickaninnies. I don't think you're negative at all. Got so much to be happy for.
This cat's
Are you trying to tell us that black people can't be happy?
I didn't say you can't. You can be happy. Here's a couple times you can be happy. Number one, when you're stealing money from the white man. Number two, when you finally luck up and get yourself a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful white woman. Number three, when you're sitting back on your back porch and eating a big old handful of government cheese. That's when y'all niggas can be happy.
Oh, you're tripping. All right, so. All right. He doesn't have a TV show, I guess, a TV set at home. He doesn't see the heroes that we have. And we're not on the back porch anymore. That's Sounder. So he needs to get off of that movie.
Give us some examples, Lewis.
Tell me about them heroes you got, Mr. Lewis. Next.
Oh, come on. We go all the way back to W.E. Du Bois. I mean, well, some of your... we had to free ourselves from your mentality first.
All right.
And then we went ahead and we've done some great things. I mean, in my own neighborhood, Mr. Russell was a store owner, family man.
I do not know Mr. Russell, but I'm sure he had a very fine chicken wing joint in your neighborhood.
No.
Next.
He wasn't a chicken joint, man. It was a corner store that sold all items for all people.
Right.
Not black, white, everybody.
That is a beautiful thing. I'm sure they had a big old malt liquor sign right in the front, too, at the corner store.
Now, come on. You had the Cosbys, okay? You had Harry Belafonte. And let's not even speak of the lady we just lost, the one who had the first contract for African American, Miss Lena Horne.
MGM.
Yeah, you know what? Lena Horne was just a little shade from white. If she was just a little bit white, I would accept her as a great American. But at this point, I'm afraid I cannot. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Dix. You were just going to name all these famous people we got on TV
well,
right
what about the Cosbys? What about the Obamas? What about Will Smith and his family?
I know Mr. Obama is very proud that the white man let him into the White House. I'm sure he is very happy about that. And he is even more happy that he has now turned the Rose Garden into a big-ass basketball court. I'm sure he's happy about that.
No,
and
no,
his little
he did not throw. He did not. He turned. It was the bowling alley that all the other presidents who were non-black probably had black in them, but never got out. Tell the truth.
Okay, first of all, don't say nothing about bowling, because bowling, along with NASCAR and golf, are the toughest sports that any man can play. And I'm sure
and who's at the top of golf?
I'm sure Obama had to take the bowling alley out because the ball kept slipping out of his greasy Negro fingers. I understand. But we here to talk about relationships.
Man, that's in the relationship. How you view the president of the United States? Come on, back off. Man, you tripping.
Yeah,
well, let me just say this. When dealing with happiness in relationship, this is what I've learned. You'll never be happy if you're not being yourself. If you don't get an opportunity to just be yourself. There are a lot of people out there that are doing what's socially right or what looks right, but they're not happy about what they're doing. Because they're not being themselves. So my point is, if you're going to be in a monogamous relationship or if you're going to be in a marriage, that's got to be something that you want to do. Not something that you think, well, I should do because it looks right. Or I should do it because, I'm at a certain age. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, happiness is hard work. I mean, here's the interesting thing. Unhappiness is all over everybody's face. You see that. You see that easy right away.
Right.
Happiness, you got to dig a little deeper. Now, there's couples have been married 50 years. Their happiness is shut away in a deep box. So you have to know who you are going into that relationship and be a leader. Right. Now, if you're the breadwinner, you can lead a little longer.
Well, that's why I brought Uncle Ruckus on the show, because he's quite possibly the most unhappy character I've ever seen.
That's where you're wrong. I have great joy in my life. One of my greatest joys in my life is hating niggas. But let me say this here. Let me say this first of all.
How could you hate yourself?
Because I am not an African-American, sir. As most of you know, I am a white man born with revitiligo.
But you're blacker than both of us.
I get darker and darker and darker every year. But believe me, inside me beats the heart of a white man. I'm whiter than Ronald Reagan dipped in white lily flower.
You're tripping, man.
Why is it that you don't have a mate or a woman on the show?
Look, I have several children, but I am waiting for the perfect lady. And we all know who the perfect woman in America is.
Who is?
Miss Sarah Palin. As soon as she is available. As soon as she is available, Lord have mercy knows I'll be all over her.
Yeah, y'all won't have healthy babies.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Voice of Reason. This is ZoWilliams on Foxxhole Radio. This is a special edition. We have none other than, cartoon animated character Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks, which is a very popular show on the Cartoon Network. Uncle Ruckus is a character on that show who really, he's a black man. Well, he said he wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. You can see him and Sarah Palin together. I mean, here's Uncle Ruckus, whatever your name is, backwards. Uncle Backwards. That's what it should be. Uncle Backwards. Let me ask you a question. Why
Let's not get in the name, Mr. Dix. I mean, honestly. So your name is something that I piss through every morning. Let's not get in the name. Don't do names. Don't do names.
All right, sir. But let me ask you a question. When you have children, if you have children, you gonna call them those names?
I have told one of my daughters that she would never amount to nothing, and she never did. That much was true, because I could see that from the beginning. The first thing is honesty, like you were saying earlier. You got to be happy and you got to be yourself. I was just being honest with her. But I know now to wait. Do not marry for money. Marry for happiness. And the only true way for me to be happy, as with most black men, is to find a good white woman.
That's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, please reach out if you want to get a little relationship advice from our guest relationship specialist, Uncle Ruckus, and of course Louis Dix, because Louis Dix, a lot of people don't understand, Louis Dix is happy now.
No, I mean,
he worked it out in public on the radio.
That's true. That's true.
I will say sitting beside him, he look as happy as a Negro with a new Escalade. You really do.
You know what? And you're right. Most people, like I was saying, most people who work out their stuff it's private. I mean, happiness is the most public, private thing.
Right. And
I put mine out there. And for personal reasons, personal gain. This is my art, and you reinvent it and throw it out so it can be funny.
Exactly.
But it's just with people like this cat. Can you imagine what his home is like? I mean, come on. He can't be happy calling himself names. He has to look in the mirror every day.
Calling myself names. I have called myself a great American before that is a name. I don't think you understand exactly who I am, Mr. Louis Dix.
Who are you?
I am a man who loves this country of America, and I am a man who do not like darkness or colors. I understand that on the Foxxhole Radio, I am not supposed to use the word nigger. So perhaps I will not use a nigger, but I will use darky, pickaninny, and jigaboo to make you feel more comfortable. And by the way, if there was one more jigaboo in this room right now, we could start an NBA Finals playoff. That's all I'm saying. Too many niggas in this room.
877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Again, I'm here with Louis Dix and Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. Call us right now and let us know. I mean, if you want some relationship advice from Uncle Ruckus, to my knowledge, the first black white supremacist, because he is black.
I'm white.
No, you're black, man. You black. You tripping.
I was born with revitiligo. It's just the opposite of that disease that Michael Jackson had. I am a white man.
Ladies and gentlemen, call us 877-210-6106. That's the number to dial. Tonight's topic, once again, is are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. We're having fun tonight. Reach out. I'll see you in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, the voice of reason, Zometheus Rising, has returned to the Foxhole. Tonight's topic again is, are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. My special guest, of course, is Louis Dix, Foxhole family member, and none other than Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks.
Right, Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
So, really quickly to my panel, I have some questions I want to ask. Uncle Ruckus, really quickly, what is your definition of relationship happiness, and how do you get there? Now, I've never seen you with anyone, so I don't know if you're qualified, but you are a relationship specialist.
I am a specialist in many things. So I drive a school bus. I do yard work for good white folks, and of course I am also a relationship specialist.
Okay, so what is your definition of happiness?
Happiness is when you can wake up in the morning and go to bed at night with a smile on your face without having stolen nothing from your neighbors. Which I'm sure most of you in this room have done before. I mean, honestly, if I look around this room, I'm at least adding up 58 years jail time altogether. There's no way that y'all Negroes ain't been in jail.
I've never been
in jail.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
So you had a good lawyer. You had a white lawyer. That's good.
Well, when I was 17, I was in a holding tank.
There you go. Because your eyes might be white as a white man. I see. Look at y'all don't know ZoWilliams. He got some pretty white man gray eyes. But on the outside, nigga.
Oh, God. Louis Dix. Okay, Uncle Ruckus, thank you. Louis, what is your definition of happiness? And do you think you achieved it in your past relationship? And
yeah, I think I did. When I was listening to you about all the relationships, I was adding up how many I've had, and I've had maybe 7 in my life. And I'm over 40, so that tells you I didn't have many.
Mm-hmm.
But
what did you do?
Actively search for making the commitment of of wanting to be in a relationship, be a good father, be a good husband, and complete it. So I've always gone in a relationship trying to complete it. Even my high school sweetheart, we're going to be high school sweethearts, and then I had to go to college, and okay, I can't do that anymore. I have to. This part of the world's changing that. And then college, met a college girl from Liberia, Africa. So here you go. Now I'm going to commit this, and we're going to get married. Well, that didn't work because she told me I couldn't be an actor.
Wow.
Right, that wasn't work no way. She was a real live African?
Yes, from Liberia.
Did you sometimes get stuck together like when that bone stuck through her nose into your mouth when you're trying to kiss her?
No,
I just never dated no African before.
She didn't have a bone in her nose. She's actually beautiful and fair skinned.
I'm just saying, take your shirt off and let me see the spear marks in your back.
Man.
I'm just saying, you probably did your ride around rhinoceros to the movies. I'm just asking questions.
I gotta say, the only thing I did do was I did wear dashiki.
Okay.
Wow. So, Uncle Ruckus, what is the quickest way to arrive at relationship unhappiness? Like, what is the quickest way to just have a horrible relationship?
First of all, I have to agree with something that my Negro colleague Lewis Dick said earlier. First, you have got to know who you is deep down inside. Lewis Dick found out that he was an African deep down inside, and therefore he dated some Aborigine who had pygmy crap between her toes. I myself found out who I am deep down inside. I am a lovely white man who enjoyed the company of a good white woman. So, once you know who you is deep down inside, then you truly can be happy on the outside.
Okay, well, let me just say this. Your character on the show, I mean...
You're talking about me, you realize that, right?
I know.
All right.
Your character on the show, he represents black people's self-hate, right?
I do not represent self-hate, no. But I do think that is a good idea for y'all niggas to start hating yourself a little more. I'm just saying, if you hated yourself a little bit more, then we might not have as many of y'all in the penitentiary.
Ladies, now I see why he... do you have pets?
Yes, I do. I do have... What do you mean by pets? Like animals?
Yeah. Like
hell no.
Well, what do you mean by pets?
Just don't worry about that.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, Voice of Reason, Foxxhole Radio. Again, are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator is you in a multitude of bad relationships. If you had a whole bunch of them and they didn't work out, chances are you need to change how you think about it. We're going to go to some callers right now. Danny from Houston would like to talk to Uncle Ruckus.
Danny from Houston. What you got to say, Danny from Houston?
Hey, I got to give you props, Zoe, for bringing in Uncle Ruckus. Props go to Zoe, man. But Uncle Ruckus, man, you black, Uncle Ruckus. Don't try to deny it, man.
If you would look at my lineage, you will find out, sir, that I am in no way part Negro in any negrosity at all. I am white. I have a little bit of Indian in me and just a split splash of Irish. But I am in no way a Negro.
Uncle Ruckus, I seen you swimming out that Gulf Coast, man. I seen you get out the water. Man, all that oil was on you. You black as hell, Uncle Ruckus. Don't play.
Let me say something to you, Danny. Now, I know you down there. Where you at, in Houston, Texas?
I'm in Houston. I'm in the 3rd Ward.
Yeah, in the 3rd Ward.
That's right.
Wait, that president?
3rd Ward. I'm in the slums, Uncle Ruckus.
That is sad, but I'm sure it's a beautiful place. I'm sure it's a beautiful place for you Negroes to be. But let me explain something to you. Now, while you up here talking all this junk on the radio, you need to take that nappy-ass head of yours, go down there to the Gulf of Mexico, or wherever that oil spill is, and let it soak it up like a big-ass black sponge, and get off the damn radio. Calling me a black man, sir, you have just insulted me, my family, and all of the good white people of America.
That's right, Uncle Ruckus. I appreciate you, Uncle Ruckus.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, Donnie, for calling the Voice of Reason. It's a fun show tonight. We're having a great time. Dwayne, St. Louis, let's talk.
Thank you for taking my call. Louis Dick, I'm glad to hear that you're doing good and happy. But Mr. Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. Thank you for calling me Mr., by the way, Mr. Uncle Ruckus. I wish more Negroes would respect that.
But what I'm kind of realized is that I belong to the Nation of Islam, and
yeah.
first I call on somebody like you.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Wait, let him.
I'm going to let him finish. I just say, I appreciate the delicious bean pie that you cook every night. Go ahead.
And then you say you have a daughter. Is it by a black woman?
My daughter is, I cannot discuss my daughter's race at this time.
Okay.
What is she? What is she, Uncle Ruckus?
She is a woman who is no good. And by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, sir. What is your name?
Dwayne.
Dwayne, it is a pleasure to have you talking. And your voice don't seem strangled from wearing them tight-ass bow ties that y'all usually wear, and I'm happy to hear that. Where is Mr. Farrakhan anyway nowadays?
He's doing good. He's doing good. He was on Sunday. Speaking about every black man,
on TV1. He was on TV1, yeah.
So he was on TV1.
That's a color station?
Every black man wants to have a black woman. Just they make it go. I have a beautiful, beautiful sister that treats me good and my daughter real good.
Right. Black women are the jewel of the earth, man.
I like that joke. Black women ain't exactly the jewel of the earth, but you know what they say? They say if you take a piece of coal and you crush it long enough and make a diamond, consider this. Black women is the big-ass hunk of coal of the earth.
No.
White women is the diamond.
No.
So Louis Farrakhan told a joke about black men wanting black women. That is a funny joke.
No. It's true. Black women are prized by black men, or at least they should be.
They are prized if you need a place to set your Cavassier on their big old table chef bust. But other than that, really, honestly, come on.
How were you? Your mother gave birth to you, Mr. Ruck. When your mother gave birth, did you come out breached, or did you come out vaginal, or was it C-section, or what?
I would please ask you not to talk about my mother's vagina at this time.
I'm not talking about her.
Well, you did. You mentioned my mama's vagina.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how you got into this world, because you're sick.
Right. What race was your mother?
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Well, look at him. Come on.
There's an episode this year where you will understand that I was left on my mama and daddy's doorsteps. I was a white baby, raised by Negroes in the South. I was raised by a pack of wild Negroes like y'all was. Because Negroes, they travel in packs. I was raised by a pack of Negroes like y'all.
All right.
Okay, there we have it. Remus from Atlanta.
Remus?
That's his name, Remus.
Yes, that's Robert Remus Sullivan.
Hello, sir.
That's a fancy name. You must be English.
I'm white. I'm white.
Cool.
I have a lot of black people in my family, though, but I wanted to call definitely to congratulate Uncle Ruckus on just his whole thought pattern and helping them niggas.
You're black. I can tell you're black.
Yeah, you're black. That's right.
He is so Negro.
No, you black.
He probably look like...
If you all right, say the word water. Say the word water. Say water.
Listen, I'm from the South.
Say water. Say water.
What you want me to say? You want me to say backwater?
No, say water.
Nah, he's black.
Yeah, you black.
Yeah,
No.
I have a question for you. As a white man. We all know there's a secret number that we don't tell niggas. What is that secret number?
We're not gonna say that on the radio, Uncle Ruckus.
Okay, thank you, Remus. You're not who you say you are. Appreciate the call. We're moving on to, normally we have very heavy, deep topics. Today we're going to take it light because we have a special guest, Uncle Ruckus, from the Boondocks, animated television cartoon series on Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. And we have Louis Dix here. Tonight's topic, once again, I need to reset it because we're having such a good time. Are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. And, I always like to say, you're a failure at happiness if you're a poor listener. And what I mean by being a poor listener is you listen to compete and to win, right?
I agree with that.
That's going to lead to failure in the relationship, and you won't be happy.
But the only problem is what happens when you're right most of the time.
Well, again,
that's a tough thing when you know you're in control and you know your position is right and you know down the long run this could benefit you and the family, but you got to fight that ignorance. That's tough.
Let me just say this out of a relationship expert, Mr. Dix. Yes, there may be times you're right, but you got to have give and you got to take. Even though you know you're wrong sometimes, you got to admit that the other person might have a little bit of right in their point of view.
See that?
Now, that's the kind of knowledge I can drop as a white man.
It's hard.
Nigga couldn't have thought of that. My brain is too expansive. You got that little tight Negro head. That brain in there just throbbing away by half the size of a walnut.
Oh,
but what I just said right there, that came straight from Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, God. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Again, are you a failure at happiness? How to know. How to know, wow. Right? When the common denominator in all your bad relationships is you. We're about to take another quick break. Call us right now. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Uncle Ruckus is taking your calls. So is Louis Dix and ZoWilliams. We'll be back in a quick moment. I'll see you. Yo, this is ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. And with a topic like tonight, dealing with failure in relationships, unhappiness, searching for answers, what better way to knock off the edge of mediocrity than to grab a cold Bud Light. You know, Bud Light has superior drinkability that's just right. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. And it has the unique ability to elevate good times with friends. Well, in your case, you may not have any friends. Your only friend might be the Bud Light itself. So why not grab a cold one and enjoy your loneliness the best way we know how to offer it to you? Bud Light is fun, it's social, not in your case, but it's the perfect beer for adding people to your situation of unhappiness. Bud Light's drinkability that tastes just right is just the thing you need to make your life a little bit more miserable. Enjoy Bud Light's unique drinkability. This is ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. We're talking about happiness in relationships, right? We're talking about how to get there. We're talking about how to avoid unhappiness. I have a special guest relationship specialist in the building, as well as a brother who has come out on the other side, who has gone through.
I almost choked.
He's come out on the other side.
I thought about that alimony check.
I mean, Louis Dix has experienced, you know, in American society, they'll tell you the biggest indicator of poverty, right, is not education, or the lack of education, is not the lack of having a job. The biggest indicator, single indicator of poverty is divorce.
Yes.
Right? That's in America. The biggest indicator of poverty is divorce.
It puts a strain on the numbers, man.
It does. So to have someone who has rebounded from such a difficult situation, I think Louis Dix is a testament to how to get it done. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are struggling with it. There are a lot of people who are still in relationship because they can't leave because of financial constraints, not happy. Like sometimes your relationship with somebody that, you know, you don't love anymore, you're not passionate about anymore, turns into, you know, supermax, prison, lockdown. So with
you gotta find an exit if it's necessary. I mean, especially if you're being beaten, you got to roll. If it's something that, because I thought about this, if it's something that you want emotionally and you feel that person can't give you, then I feel you need to really give it some thought if you're sacrificing other lives.
Right.
Until you complete. I mean, I'm on that same tip as Dr. Laura. I just think you should complete it, then move on. It's just like, you know, my kids ask me, well, I'm not dating. Well, because you don't need that extra thing in your life right now. You just don't. You don't need it because it's other things they're working out, trying to get out of high school, trying to have a girlfriend. They need you to be there to embrace them. Because a lot of people think it's okay just to get a phone call to your kid if your kid is going through something. They want to physically see you and know that you're emotionally connected with them. And a lot of they get sacrificed all the time by the other person.
Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah.
What do you think about what Louis Dix just said?
First of all, Louis Dix trying to use too many white man words in his language. And I do appreciate you for talking about supermax in prison, because that is a language that the Negroes understand.
Oh, gosh. Listen, you never told me what you thought were the tools, in your opinion, what you thought were the tools to make a good relationship. We still don't have any evidence that you've ever been in a relationship.
First of all, I said that I did agree 100%. You got to know who you is on the inside, and then you got to know who you is on the outside. And if you are, I hate to keep saying this, but if you are a nigga, probably you will never be happy. And just get used to that. Get used to that level of mediocrity.
Well, let me ask you this. If you say if you're a nigga, you'll never be happy.
Probably never be.
I might lean towards agreeing with you. Now, if there's a separation between nigga and black folks, like Chris Rock said.
I'm sorry, there's no separation.
You're trying to say Barack's not happy?
Barack is happy for the time being.
Jamie Foxx isn't happy?
Barack realizes this. The white man gave him a wonderful opportunity. Somewhere in the room there was 5 white men who said, let's let a nigga have a chance. Let's let him go ahead and screw things up even more than they screwed up right now. And guess what? Barack Hussein Obama won the Negro lottery. He got a chance to be just like a white man up there in the White House. Oh, I bet his little pickaninny children just rolling around on the floor right now, smearing peanut butter all over the Oval Office, and that big-ass wife of his, ain't no telling what the heck she doing in the presidential bedroom.
Ladies and gentlemen,
peanut butter?
Yes.
Did you say peanut butter?
If you'd like to speak to Uncle Ruckus from
Have you ever seen a
Boondocks.
little Negro child that didn't smell like peanut butter on the breath? They all smell like peanut.
Not all, no, because some black kids are allergic to peanut butter, so they would die if they ate it.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
wrong.
sure they would. I'm sure they would.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Lewis Dick.
If you'd like to speak to Uncle Ruckus and
The
Little
only
Dick,
thing I know of Negro allergic to is work. Yeah, they allergic to work. They allergic to going to 9 to 5 every day. I ain't seen none allergic to peanut butter.
Now,
Peanut butter and orange drinks, they all got that.
Now, that is not true, because slaves were there from 12 to 12, brother, so without pay. So
Right.
don't say we don't put work in.
that's a hard-working lot right there.
Yeah, so
Slavery
our
was-
people work.
Oh, the myth of slavery. Let's discuss that in a different
A
show.
myth?
But right now, let's just discuss
myth?
relationship.
Wait.
Let's just discuss relationship.
Oh, did you say the myth of slavery?
I'm saying let's discuss relationships, right? You know what I said.
That was a poor relationship.
You know what I'm saying, Lewis Dick. It wasn't as bad as they make it out to be.
Ladies and
Let's
gentlemen,
discuss relationships.
we're going to get back to relationship. Rob from Detroit, you're in the voice of reason, man. I'd love to hear your opinion on tonight's topic.
What up? What up?
What up, man?
Ask Uncle Ruckus why he think he not black and he bubble-eyed.
First of all, Rob from Detroit, how you doing, nigga?
All right, nigga.
The reason that I know I am not black, sir, because I have actually had some testing on my genes to find out that I am a white man. They swabbed the inside of my mouth much the same way that your boyfriend probably swabbed the inside of your mouth. And by the way, let me get this out of the way right now. I have no problem against homosexuals of any sort. They can be whatever they want to be. But I'm just saying, I had my mouth swabbed, and I did find out that, yes, I am 100% white man.
Revitiligo is...
Revitiligo.
I've never heard of that.
It's just like, you remember Michael Jackson, don't you?
Yeah,
that lucky son bitch who turned white before he died. Lord, the luckiest man in the world. Well, I have the most unlucky disease. I turned just the other way.
Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, Foxxhole Radio, Sirius 106 XM 149. Tonight's topic again, are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. We've got more callers. Richard from Tampa, I'd like to hear your opinion.
Hey, Zo, how you doing, man?
What up, brother?
Hey, I just want to say, man, last week's show was good, man. I like what you're doing. I don't agree with, I guess, some of your guest topics. I ain't know Clayton Bixby actually exists, but...
What?
Clayton Bixby. He talking about a TV show that had that Dave Chappelle, whatever, that black man on there who was a white racist supremacist.
This is Clayton Bixby's hour right now.
Clayton Bixby.
Exactly.
How dare you, sir? Clayton Bixby was a Negro. I, myself, am a purebred white man.
Right, whatever. But so, man, keep up the good work and what you're doing, man. I love your topic. Except
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much, man. Artist from Philly. Talk to me.
Philly.
What's going on, Foxxhole?
What's that?
What's up, Philly?
Hey, Lou, I got to ask, I'm going to be quicker, but with this point I'm finna make. I'm 34, and I've been married twice, been in about 4 relationships. And during a period of time when I'm in these relationships, it's like I get bored and venture off, you know, it's just to find excitement. Is that me, or is that the relationships I'm in?
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's a good question, though.
Yeah, it is.
Because there are multiple answers to that. But, Lou, address it.
Well, I mean, you're going to have those natural urges. Yeah, you're a man. I mean, that's natural. You can't get rid of that. You're going to see a good-looking woman. You're going to want to hit it. But you got to look at your goals and what you want out of that relationship. Now, the first one, if it didn't work out and you had children, then that was your focus. Now, the next one should be you. Your next relationship should be your focus. I mean, that's how I feel now. The relationship I'm in now, when I get in one, it's going to be my way because I've already given the other way. So I'll meet you. I'm sorry, I can't meet you halfway. I'll meet you a quarter.
Well, let's do this. Let's ask him, why did you get in the relationship in the first place? What purpose does the relationship serve for you? Is it a kind of a companionate relationship where it's a partnership? You rely on her, she relies on you. Is it a financial situation?
Great question.
I mean, why are you in the relationship? Because it sounds like you're not really committed to being committed.
Is he there? Caller, is you there?
He left.
Let me explain something to him that I didn't even get a chance to say it to him.
Go ahead, Ruckus.
When you was in a relationship, in a committed relationship, you turn into like a planet. and then booty starts circling you like other planets. That's what I'm trying to say. You create your own booty gravitational field. You like a big sun, and then there's booty just circling all around you. If you want to stay happy, you got to forget that there's booty circling all around you. You got to close your eyes and stop being a man. Because our natural urges is right. Just go out and get it as many as you can. Stop being a man?
No, you don't. I think you can overrule that because, again, you'll look at the booty, but then you realize your kid's in the car and you need to get home to dinner. Now, if you hard enough to where you can tell the kid to wait and go get the booty, then you that kind of dude.
Wow.
I wasn't that kind of dude. I went home to make the dinner, but I still thought about the booty. But, you know, I was like, man, that's some good booty, but hey, I don't want to give up the minivan and the house.
Face this right here, Louis Dick. If you're in a relationship and you're doing it right, it's just serious punishment. That's, when you committed in a relationship, you fighting against everything that is really in your nature. You just punishing it. If you're doing it right, you got a better chance of getting a heart and lung transplant than you have of getting a fresh piece of booty. And that ain't right, is it?
Now, that's true. I agree with you, surprisingly. Yeah,
Uncle Ruckus with the insight. 877-210-6106. That's the number to dial. You're listening to the Voice of Reason, ZoWilliams, Foxxhole Radio, Sirius 106, XM 149. Tonight's topic, are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. If you're selfish, you're not going to be happy.
Kenneth Omer had one on that.
If you're a controller, a control freak, you're not going to be happy because you can't control other people, right? If you're a poor listener, you're not going to be happy. You know, if you're a competitive listener, you're not going to be happy. These are I always tell people, don't go to a relationship to mask whatever is wrong with you, because a relationship will expose all of the things that you're trying to run from. Richard from North Carolina, it's your time to chime. Let's talk.
Yeah, how you doing tonight?
What up, brother?
I was in multiple relationships, and I found out that it wasn't the other person that I was with. It was myself. Because I was harboring all types of chips on my shoulder from childhood experience. Coming from a broken home, I was trying to overcompensate in my relationship from what I saw at my parents' relationship.
Wow. That's a good point.
And it just blew up in my face every time.
Wow.
And I was trying to play the big man role. Role from what I didn't see my dad do.
Uncle Ruckus would like to address what you just said.
Now, first of all, I think I might not like to adjust it the way you want. Let me ask you a question. These women that you was dating, how many of them was it?
Let's see, I've been in like 7 major relationships. That was it. Never married, no kids.
Now, out of that 7 relationships, how many of them was good old white American women? How many of them?
All of them but one.
So you dated a whole bunch of white women?
And they wasn't worth a shit.
Wait a minute, you dated a whole bunch of white women. What the hell you calling here for? But you not what you might as well you like you walking around right now with a pocket full of gold. All these Negroes in this room right here want exactly what you done had. To wake up the next morning smelling like a white woman. Lord, when you do, you wake up the next morning smelling like cinnamon and vanilla and lemon pledge all mixed together. They want that. They want what you done got. Now, you done went and got yourself a black woman. You done ruined your perfect numbers. You need to hang up this damn phone and drive off a cliff somewhere.
I wanted to say, not to the people out there who, you can't get mad at yourself for doing the right thing. If you're taking the steps and doing your best and committed, then don't get mad when it doesn't work out. Because I did. You get mad at that other person. Don't get mad at them, because at the end, they're going to look in the mirror and realize that you were the upstanding person. Really, it's important. Don't get mad.
And I always go back, man. Happiness is connected to authenticity. If I cannot be myself in a relationship, and I can't be myself if I don't know who I am. A lot of times we'll go into a relationship because we were told to. And I always use the example of religion. You know, not to get into a deep religious conversation, but just to use religion as an example. Children are born into a family that believe a certain way.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that child is in alignment with that belief. As they grow up, they might be indoctrinated to believe that way, but it might not be what their soul speaks. They might grow up and snap out of it and go join some other religion. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Relationship, it works the same way in a sense. You've got to know yourself before you can really appreciate yourself. And in self-appreciation, there's authenticity, and in authenticity, there's happiness, there's contentment. A lot of people aren't content unless they have what society says you're supposed to have.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work, too, and that's a lot of dark moments that you have with yourself that you have to do. It's funny, as an artist, you have to do that. As an artist, you have to dig deep and find out who you are. So you get a jump on what I call the regular people, because you get rejection all the time. So when you deal with regular people now who want their 15 minutes of fame, aren't doing the work.
Right.
But they want all the same emotional outlets. You can't.
But Uncle Ruckus would like to address the dark moments.
No, I was just gonna let that one pass by.
Why?
I mean, look, I'm sitting next to one of the darkest men in America right now, and him talking about a damn dark moment. But I am not going to make a personal attack on my dear Negro friend, Louis Dix, until I leave the room.
So you have black friends?
No, I do not. I just said that so he wouldn't hit me.
Now, see,
I figured that all y'all Negroes gonna jump on me if I say what I really feel about each and every one of y'all in this room.
But Uncle Ruckus, we see you as one of us.
Yes.
That is a shame. I know that you wish you could be a white man like me. I know that it is your dream as it is mine every night. I have two dreams. Number one, I can fly. Number two, that I'm a white man. Every night of my life, I'm just a white man flying over the city, spitting on niggas.
Ladies and gentlemen, 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in all your bad relationships is you. I think I'm going to take one more caller before I go to break.
Wow. Are you a failure like Cleveland?
Wow.
You mean, are you a failure like Cleveland?
Big Cheese from Memphis, talk to me.
Big Cheese. Hey, Big Cheese, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, talk to us, Big Cheese.
My point is, I don't feel that I'm a failure in me having had multiple courtships, not necessarily relationships, because I was trying to find what was right for me. At the same time, I mean, you kind of just justify what I was, the point I was making. I had to be authentic. I had to be real with myself before I could be, real with one particular woman. I find happiness now, but I don't really. Do you think it's fair to consider, the fact that I chose to end relationships because I didn't feel that they were, productive or conducive for me in the sense of being long term? I don't think that's a failure. I think they're just making a choice, and what's your feeling on that?
You know what I think? I think that's courageous of you.
Oh yeah,
a lot of guys won't end a relationship because of that old saying, why would I go look for some mo booty when I got some for show booty? And the fact that, he was able to say, you know what, I'm going to end this because I'm not being true to me is courageous. And I think more men should be honest and truthful about that. A lot of times we just hang in there because of whatever benefit we're getting from the situation. And women do it too, but men and women do it for different reasons.
Right, because you're right. A woman will cut you off when she sees something better and wants to move on. She'll tell you. Guys will hang in there unless she's getting something from you. Right. But if she runs into the blue chipper, your chips are done. I mean, blue chipper run up, you like, come on, if he's got the black card and you got the debit card.
So are you saying women can be bought, Louis Dix? 877-210-6106 is the number to dial.
Now who's the slave owner? Women can be bought. All right, Mr. Dix. All right, Mr. Slave Man.
You know what I meant. Same way with men. Women break out the card, you go. It's a lot of dudes with ugly women right now.
No, but I think women and men cheat or have multiple liaisons for different reasons. I think men do it because there's that drive, there's that animal instinct, there's that, I want my freedom.
I do agree with that. I agree. Most black men cheat because they are animals. I do agree exactly what you said. ZoWilliams said it for you.
I didn't
black
say
men are animals.
I said men.
Commercial break.
I said men are have an animal instinct. But I think when women cheat, that's why that double standard. A man will say, hey man, it's just my nature, honey. Yeah, this is what I do. But when their women cheat, their ego is hurt because they know a woman cheats and connects with somebody else with meaning.
Yes, I agree.
Their cheating what'd you see in that dude? Right?
Right, and you want to dissect that dude, you'll end up going to his mailbox.
Right, the little boy in us comes out and we start comparing, like, what does he have that I don't have? You see what I'm saying? Do you know anything about that, Uncle Ruckus?
About a woman cheating? No, sir. I have never had a woman cheat on me in my life. Because I know how to treat a woman good. I know what women want.
We have yet to see you interact with a woman.
That is because I like to keep my private life private. Look, I am here for one reason alone. Every 5 years, I try to reach out and help a nigga. I'm trying to help these niggas on the phone line. Then in 5 more years, I might do something else to help them, like show them how to wear their pants a little bit tighter. I'm trying to help y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me go to a quick caller real quick. Kia from California. Uncle Ruckus is in the building. So is Lewis Dixon, ZoWilliams, Voice of Reason, Foxxhole Radio, Sirius 106, XM 149. Are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator is you? Kia, talk to me.
How you doing, Zoe?
I'm good, honey.
I want to say I love you, darling. I love your talk shows. Uncle Ruckus, you was a fool for being on there and talking all that shit today.
Oh,
but you just made a comment about women cheating, and I wanted to touch on that. Usually, I can speak personally, like me and my husband, we came to terms that we're going to have an open relationship.
Ah.
You know,
open relationship.
Yeah, it's an open relationship.
That includes...
He can't give me. He can't do for me because of his, he's inadequate, basically.
Whoa. Go deeper.
A lot of stuff just got said in that conversation.
How is he inadequate? Share with us.
How open is you?
He's a big dude, and, you know, he can't reach certain areas and can't do the positions that I like. So
let me ask you something. Do you have some parts on you that's hidden or private?
No, he just can't reach them.
He just can't get to it.
Why don't you take him to a gym or something, work him out? How old are you?
I am 25
and
32. He does not want to work out.
You're 25 and he's 32?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have children?
Yes, we do.
How old are your children?
How old?
2 and 4.
Now, you think that's healthy?
Certain things he likes to do that I don't like to do, so we just decided to have an open relationship.
What do you mean certain things he likes to do? Is he gay?
No, he's not gay. I mean, he likes
that
to
is insulting, Louis.
beat him, and I don't like that.
He wants you to beat him?
No, he likes to tie chicks up and beat them, and I don't like that.
He likes to size chicks up and beat them?
No, she said tie him up.
You tripping. You need to tie him up and whip him with a pan and see if he likes it. He'll stop it.
Wow, this is but this is an interesting
This is a quite interesting relationship. She got a husband too fat to find her holes. Now, whether that's her nose hole, her mouth hole, I ain't gonna get into none of that. And then she want to open herself up to the community. That's pretty much it. You're opening yourself up to the community.
Well, I mean, what is the arrangement? Do you have to bring either the proposed lover to your husband for his? Does he have to sign off?
I mean, he meets them. He talks with them. I talk with his female who likes the whole S&M thing. And, I mean, we're just pretty much open.
And you guys are not jealous in any way, shape, or form?
Hell no, because if those chicks like to get beat, then that's for them.
Now, when you first got together, did you allow that at all?
No, I didn't know anything about it.
So you didn't know anything about that side of him until you got married and had children?
Right.
And then but you knew about the obese side because he was big, right?
Right.
I mean, this is like 12 shows I've done.
And it's amazing.
Right?
Let me ask you this. Why are you still in the relationship if you gonna go off and get your piece somewhere?
Because that's my husband and I love him and we have an understanding. We communicate. We talk.
Man, is there a problem?
He's my best friend.
Look, if everybody is happy over here, look, if he's happy, if somebody can roll him over and find his happy spot, and you can find some guy who can reach and find your secret hidden spots that you got, and your children don't know nothing about it, then I say you just keep living the way you living and give me your address.
But she's black.
Oh, you're Negro? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean to tell me? Thank you, Kia.
Yeah, thank you for the honesty, Kia.
You mean to tell me that you don't find the most beautiful women on planet Earth, sisters, gorgeous?
Yeah.
First of all, you just use the word sisters and gorgeous. That cannot be, sir. That cannot.
Halle Berry isn't gorgeous?
Half of Halle Berry could be gorgeous.
Okay, half of Halle. Okay, let me do another one. What's the supermodel? My girl. Naomi Campbell. She's not gorgeous?
That big, tall giraffe Negro. Hell no. Look, listen here. Give me 2 Hillary Clintons and 1 Sarah Palin over all of them.
What?
Over Beyonce? Over Beyonce?
Oh, hell yeah. What
about Iman?
I wouldn't date nobody who I could get lost in their booty meat. How would I ever get out of there? I'm looking for a pair of thin.
But Uncle Ruckus, you're a chunky monkey on the show.
You son of a bitch calling me a monkey. Let me explain something to you, sir. Let me explain something. You look like a goddamn 8 got shaved and got a very nice hat on. I will admit that. Son of a bitch. If I had not made a promise to my white neighbors to come on your show and help you Negroes, I would walk out of here right now.
Oh, this is part of your 5-year plan helping us?
Part of my 5-year plan of being nice, one day for every 5 years.
Oh, God. One more caller. Otis from Florida. Let's talk.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What up, man?
That boy Clown, man.
He's a fool.
Yeah. My thing is that my failure is I think I work too much. Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
You work too much.
Like working, always working. I'm always working, you know.
Wow.
I drive trucks. And,
Well,
you know,
yeah, if you're not spending time with your family and they don't get quality time, yeah, it's not good because they're going to find quality time with somebody else.
Right. That's a double-edged sword, though. Yeah. I mean, he's spending time away from his family, but he's doing something that no Negro man do, which is work. That's a double-edged sword.
Well, we do work, and we take offense.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
We're at work now.
Sitting around drinking soft drinks and eating candy. Oh, Lord, you got hard work. That's some hard work. Why don't you go to Wall Street and crunch some numbers? That's some hard work.
Wall Street? As a white man, you should speak better.
Okay. All right. Thank you for getting all up inside my mouth. Now, what was this man on the telephone?
Well, no, and I could go back to him. We dealt with what he was talking about last week when we did a show called We Sources. When I explained, we sources is a play on words, meaning resources, but when you're in a relationship, they're our resources, so we sources. And I was saying all the resources in a family go under a 3-tier umbrella. The 3 tiers: time, energy, and money.
Right.
So, yeah, he's out getting the money, but the real currency or the other currency is time and energy. Yeah. He might work so much that he doesn't have the time nor the energy to devote to the family. And whenever time and energy is involved, there's the cultivation of intimacy.
But I say he out there working so much for a reason, because he don't want to be at home. We need to get inside that Negro head.
Well, is he still on the line? Let's get inside his head. Is he gone? Ah, he's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, Voice of Reason, Foxxhole Radio. I'm having an absolute blast right now. Larry from Texas, I want you to hold on. I'm going to get to you as soon as I come back from break. Tonight's topic, once again, are you a failure at happiness? How to know when the common denominator in multiple bad relationships is you. Call me, 8772-106-106, and I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to say it slower. Call in and talk to Uncle Ruckus and Louis Dix and ZoWilliams. Our topic tonight is how to know, right? If you're a failure at happiness. How to know if you're a failure at happiness, right? We want you to know when the common denominator in your many bad relationships is you.
Yeah, I figured that out. I went on a retreat to work on that. I went on a retreat, and it was about accepting responsibility for
what you brought to the table.
Yeah.
So what kind of retreat was there, Louis? I mean, what kind of retreat? Who were you sitting around with talking about?
It was it was men over 40. And we sat around for a whole day and night and talked about being better and stronger men.
Were y'all wearing shirts, or were your shirts off?
No.
Was it like a Tyler Perry movie where y'all just shirtless sitting around?
No, it wasn't a Tyler Perry.
A bunch of greased up Negroes talking about, Lord, how much I got it bad.
No, it wasn't.
Come rub some lotion on my shoulder.
It was Asian, white, Hindu, Indian. It was all kinds of us. It was amazing. It was amazing.
It's all men sitting in the woods talking.
We weren't in the woods. We had some. It was some things. Yeah, some things. It was pretty.
Okay, just a bunch of men and a bunch of things going on.
No,
all right.
No.
I think I got the picture.
We had some XY chromosomes there. It was good.
But again, we want to go deeper into the subject because everybody gets into a relationship, and just like I pointed out earlier when I said the biggest indicator of poverty in America is divorce, right? But also the flip side of that is the biggest indicator of wealth in America is marriage, the family unit.
Yeah.
Right? You live longer, you're happier, you make more money when it's a collaborative team working together. So the purpose of the show is to say, hey man, when you get into a relationship, you can't lose sight of yourself. A lot of times we'll connect to a role, right? I gotta fulfill my obligation and my duty, and sometimes we'll do that with the price being who we are. We'll lose ourselves in it. So my point is, how do you not lose yourself? You stay connected. You know, you're with someone, but you also can have some freedom. How do you get that freedom within that confinement?
I just can't believe that the numbers you saying true. First of all, if you waking up next to the same woman every year, yes, you might be richer. Ain't nowhere in the hell you gonna be happier. I mean, how many pairs of Miss Lee press-on nails can you wake up to every year?
Uncle Ruckus, are you Mormon? Are you a polygamist?
I am not a polygamist, sir. I am not married. That's why I am free to date as I so choose.
You actually date?
Oh, God. Yes.
Who are you dating?
Well, I'll tell you, you know who I want to date.
Sarah Palin, the dumbest white woman in the world.
How does she look like a beautiful hoot owl with them big old eyes and them thin little lips? Any woman who can see from her house all the way to Russia. My God, what a beautiful woman.
It's funny.
Ladies, Louis.
Yeah, I think you have to save some things for yourself. I actually did that, even though I got caught in what I was doing. You know, I coached. You got to coach. You got to do things that's what my therapist told me.
Right.
And we went to counseling. He said, what do you enjoy doing? And I picked a couple things that I enjoy doing, working out, coaching, but I didn't. The one thing that I wanted to do was keep on the ball of comedy and acting, and I kind of let that ball go, so that's what made it frustrating.
So you had an outlet. You had a release.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to, or you'll bring all that into the home.
And into the next relationship.
Oh, definitely.
Larry from Texas. Louis Dix, ZoWilliams, and Uncle Ruckus await your question.
I have a question for Uncle Ruckus.
Yes, Larry from Texas. Please, go ahead, sir.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable being called Uncle Tom instead?
Or maybe even Sambo.
Uncle Thomas Sambo. No, that name is reserved for a black man who tries to act like a white man. I say I'm a white man who am acting like myself.
Well, what's wrong with your eye?
Sir, you making a personal affront upon my physical appearance?
Appearance?
I'm just curious.
I'm just saying, look, Larry, I know you got a whole lot of stuff to do down there in Texas. I'm sure you and some Mexican man laid up right now side by side just enjoying yourself, eating tortillas and shouting Olay. But damn it, I'm on here doing the God work today on the radio.
Shouting Olay.
So this is kind of your...
white of you.
Thank you very much, Larry. That's the first compliment I got since I stepped into this room. That is very white of me. And talking about white, Louis Dix over here talking about stuff like...
Thanks, Larry. Thanks for the call.
He talking about he done been to a retreat. That's a white person saying, first of all. And he got a therapist, another white folks saying. Louis Dix.
Yes. No, actually, those are not white things because retreats used to be something that the black church had all the time.
Oh.
Okay, and therapists in the black community was your grandmother and your mother. So my grandmother and mother are not around, so I had to go to a retreat.
I see.
You don't like that?
Well, I just saying sometimes there's black people, not me, but sometimes there's black people who want to be white, Louis.
Oh, so you're saying I want to be white?
I'm just saying they do white things. They go on retreats. They go to therapy.
But black people can go on retreats. And listen, retreats aren't exclusive to white people.
A retreat for a black person is going down to the 7-Eleven to get an orange drink and a pack of skins. Or some, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's a retreat for a black person. Well, baby, I got to go to the liquor store. I'm out of my liquor. That's a retreat for a black person. They don't go sitting around with Asian and Jewish men talking about stuff.
Oh, God.
You want to talk about stuff, then you need to get with a friend and play some basketball and talk.
Well, Uncle Ruckus, we have Kia, the one who had the open relationship. She was able to get back through.
Oh, yeah.
She wants to speak to you. Kia?
Yes.
Kia, I never did find out how open is your relationship.
What does that mean?
She's like, come on now.
Well,
You know it. He wants to hear it.
Here's the question, Kia. Here's one of the questions. Just one of the questions. Every time I ever see a woman who with a man and say, I got to date outside this relationship, at some point they're going to come home smelling like another woman. Have you come home smelling like another woman, Kia?
Well, me and my husband have come home together smelling like another woman.
So okay, that's all I want to know.
So you guys have a pretty festive, interesting sex life, right?
Yes. I mean, it's something that you have to have if you want to be happy.
And the bottom line is, Kia, are you happy? That's the bottom line.
Are you now, Kia?
I want to do He does what he wants to do. You know, you have to have the space, and you have times where you come together, you do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you have to keep it interesting.
Okay, Kia, let me ask you a question.
That's when you get mean.
Now, you're a parent. Now, when your kids say, I want to do this because it makes me happy, when your daughter says at 14, I want to be with this girl.
I got boys.
Okay, if your boy at 14 says, Mom, I want to do it to this other girl or boy, I want to do that now because it makes me feel good, and that's what I want to do. You going to let him do it at 14, 13?
At 14, he wants to do something with a girl.
Or boy, whatever.
Well, no, see, I don't do the whole boy thing.
Okay, but see, why you can have an open relationship?
So you're saying she can have a preference,
right?
But her kid can't.
That's not. I mean,
I agree with Kia. First of all, Kia, I do agree with you.
I don't accept it in my home. I don't like that my son wants to be gay.
But you were with the woman.
No, if it makes him happy,
yeah,
he do what he want to do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Double standard.
Kia, that is not a double standard. First of all, the only thing wrong with Kia is she's
not happy with my lifestyle.
Kia, I'm gonna have to agree with almost everything. I'm agreeing with everything you first say. You saying first of all, number one, you are an adult. Your kids are kids. If you a grown woman,
14, you a teenager.
If you
still in my house.
Absolutely. If you're a grown woman and you want to sneak off and get with Ellen DeGeneres, that is all up to you.
It's my thing, and she is
That's your thing. That's your thing. My thing is this. Go ahead and stay with your husband. I am not going to make any disparaging remarks about the size of his wee-wee. Whatever. That's up between him and you. As long as you can sneak around your kids and come home smelling like a woman, then that's absolutely fine with me. She's doing the right thing.
Uncle Ruckus has a unique perspective.
Yeah. You know, you're in California, right?
I think she's gone. Is Kia gone?
Well, you're listening, Kia. You're in California. I'm confused. I've never. That's amazing.
I honestly think, and I am not lying, so I think Kia's doing the right thing.
I just, it's amazing. It's like you don't want things to catch up with you. She can have this point of view about what she wants to do, but then her kid. There's one thing I'm telling you as a parent. Your kid, whatever you put on, your kid's going to put back on you. So you can think that your child's not going to make these certain decisions. Your kid is going to watch you and your husband make individual decisions for yourself, selfish things, and then they're going to do the same thing. I guarantee you. Trust me. Wow.
Well, first of all, then, her son better not marry no big fat woman that he can't find a hoe. That will be a sad day. It'll be a sad day in California.
Well, I meant they're going to not do something, but they're going to give you challenges that you are not thinking about right now.
So let's run through these callers really quickly. Maurice from Wisconsin. Keep it brief, brother. Talk.
Hello, I just wanted to know why Uncle Ruckus hate black people.
Why?
Why do I hate black people?
Yes.
What's the love about them?
Everything. We're the beginning of civilization. We're the beginning of humanity.
Yeah, but look, the first model of things ain't never the first model. When they made the iPhone, like you bought an iPhone, you did the wrong damn thing. When they made the first automobile, it would run off a damn cliff. The first model is not the baby.
So you're going to compare Africans
yes.
to
so a gas mask that we invented wasn't good?
If the first gas mask somebody invented, you know that they died.
No, a black man invented it, and he saved lives.
Yeah. After a white man showed him how to perfect it, I'm sure he did. So.
A black man designed the Capitol, Benjamin Banneker.
What I'm trying to say to you is the first thing is not always the best thing.
Well, it looks like with your
T.W. Stewart invented the map. So how did we improve the map?
The map.
The map, M-A-P, the map, how we get around.
Ask yourself this, after the white man invented GPS, have your black ass pull out a map while you driving? Case closed, nigga, case closed.
Oh, God. Dupree from Memphis, talk to me, man.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Dupree from Memphis, hey, hello.
We can hear you.
What's going on, Zoe? What's up, Louis D? Uncle Ruckus.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, Dupree? That's a beautiful French name you got yourself there.
Well, check this out, right? I wanted to stay on a relationship, so you got to be on point with it, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hitting a bullseye, and when you don't hit that bullseye, then you become unhappy because it's like you still playing around, whether it's the male in the relationship or the female in the relationship. And once you hit that bullseye, it's like you got it. It's on and popping from there. You can't go wrong from that.
Right, right. Thanks for the call, brother. I appreciate it. I got to move quickly. Thank you very much. Dupree, I got to roll. Natalie from Texas, talk to me. Make it quick, honey.
Yes, sir. I was just saying that in the relationship, it seems like I'm the one who's always pretty much the constant. It's the guys, they start out one way and then they change. I don't know if it's just that they want to have this persona of who they are to try to impress me, but once we get into the relationship, it's like everything that they said that they were going to do or said that they were that type of person, they turn out to be the opposite.
Well, you fell for the okie doke. This is how we've been socialized to deal with women.
And how long were you in relationships?
Oh, I think maybe like 3 years I was.
And you didn't talk to his mother or his sister?
Well, with his mother, he was a mama's boy. But what I'm saying is this. I think that she was just probably happy to get him out of her head.
Well, once you knew that, you knew he was a mama's boy, that's one point you add up. Okay, he's a mama's boy. He really doesn't have a backbone. What does he really want out of life? I mean, 3 years? First, you shouldn't have been waiting for that punk for 3 years if he wasn't on that track.
But, Mr. Dick, she do. Natalie, you do.
But he did work. He was working and he was doing those things. But once we came together, it's just like he changed. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You're not one of them uppity colored women, is you? Like Oprah Winfrey, who tried to tell.
You wanted to call her something, didn't you?
No, I'm asking us because you sound like an uppity nigga.
Now, you know, I'm one of the only ones that really cut for you. I really like you.
Oh, really?
See, now.
Oh, no, never mind. Forget I asked the question.
I don't, you know, I'm hurt.
Forget I asked the question.
Why you like him?
Why do I like him?
Why would you like
why
Uncle
do you like
Ruckus?
him, the way he talks about you?
Yeah, stop coming down on the only intelligent African-American caller. And yes, I call you an African-American. You are not like this.
Money. It's about the green. He got the money.
Oh, no. Oh, I think I saw myself.
Oh, Lord. Thank you for the call, sister.
Oh, what a woman.
Again, she brought up something, you know, that, in my opinion, leads to unhappiness in these relationships. 70% of African-American women are not married, and they want to be. Does that, I mean, ladies, call in right now. If you understand what I'm about to say. If we look at it in terms of unhappiness, only 4% of African-American women date outside their race, compared to 14% of African-American men. Now, that figure is on the rise. But if you couple that with 70% of African-American women are not married, and there's 1 million plus 1 million more African-American women than there are African-American men, would you say that African-American women are quite possibly the most unhappy in relationship?
Well, hey, listen, I saw an example of that at the Conga room. It's really interesting. These girls, and this is with all due respect, the 28-year-old and 23-year-old, they have disposable cash. They were buying drinks. They paid their bill. Then they looked at each other and said, come on, girl, let's go to Echo. We're going to go to Echo. And they took some shots, got in their car. So they were looking for their happiness. They were out being happy.
Wow.
And I couldn't be mad at them. I was jealous because you're like, man, where? Because you didn't see two guys being that happy. Guys stand there and wait for happiness to come by them. Them girls went out and got their happiness.
Wow. We got to take a quick break. Ladies and gentlemen, Voice of Reason, ZoWilliams, Foxxhole Radio, Sirius 106, XM 149. Call me, ladies. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. I'm going to get to the rest of the callers. I see you guys are piling up on the computer. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back in a quick second.
Woo! That's a nice groove.
That's a cold piece of work, right?
Yeah, that is nice.
And then earlier, of course, my homeboy Cool Mo D, you know, we played a new record for Mo D. I meant to mention it earlier. You know, he remixed the Sade joint. So if you listened to the show earlier, that's Cool Mo D.
Wow.
Back in the building.
Y'all ain't got no Kenny Chestnut up in here.
No.
Oh, well.
You want a Neil Diamond?
Well, I'm just saying there's a little something with soul in it, other than that stuff.
Soul?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, we'll go into later how white men really invented music, but let's go ahead and talk about
what?
that.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. So let me do this. Stacy from Los Angeles, let me talk to you.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What up, Stace?
I just wanted to let y'all know, I think it's a myth that all of these black women, 70% or whatever the statistic is, are unmarried and not happy.
Let's talk to it.
Let's talk about it. Educated professional woman who has had 2 or 3 opportunities to get married to desirable black men, and I turned them down because I didn't want to be married.
Why?
I didn't want to lose my freedom and my independence. I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
How old are you?
How old?
How old are you?
Thank you.
Well, I'm 38 now. At the time, I was 21 and 32.
You have any children?
No children.
Okay, well, then now you're stuck, though.
Why is she stuck, Louis?
Well, I mean, now, let's say if her desires have changed now, with this new, that old feminist attitude that I don't need a man, I don't need to be happy. But, I go back to a Betty Davis movie, and Betty Davis sat in the car. It's called All About Eve. And she talks about women and how at one point in your life, you're going to have to become a woman. You have to work at it. At one point, after all the different glamours and all this, at one point, when you get down to it, you have to work at being a woman.
Well, she sounds pretty content, Louis.
No.
She probably is content. She ain't dating a nigga. Next caller.
Oh, wow. Janet from Michigan. Let's talk.
Uh-oh.
Janet?
No, it's Danette.
It's Danette.
With yeah, Danette.
Sorry.
I just had a question. I just wondered if is he really white or is he black? Because I'm a white woman and
I don't know.
I find it, maybe this is like a joking kind of thing. I just got this Sirius satellite thing, but
can I say one thing, Danette? Just the sound of your very voice and chills through my spine.
People.
Well, Jeanette, let me explain the voice you're hearing right now. This is ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. I'm here every Thursday. Thank you for tuning in and calling in. But let me set the scene for you. The gentleman that you're hearing, his name is Uncle Ruckus. He is a character from a cartoon, an animated series called The Boondocks. He is claiming to be a white man who has reverse vitiligo. So he's white, but he appears as a black man. So he's kind of the first black white supremacist. Now, that's Uncle Ruckus that you're hearing.
That is your explanation. But let me tell you something, Danette. And by the way, that's a beautiful name, and I'm sure everything is beautiful about you. What they didn't tell you is that I'm the only one who's telling the truth on this whole damn radio station.
That's it?
And I don't know what nigga done got you to drink Kool-Aid trying to call up in here. Trying to call up in here and worried about what I'm saying about black folks. But Lord have mercy, you done gone down the wrong path. Free yourself of niggerdom, Danette. Free yourself.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's the right path.
Thank you, Danette, for the call. Girl. Michigan in the building. Denise from Wisconsin, your time. Let's hear you. Is Denise gone? Okay, I got to move. Chris from California, let's talk.
Hello.
What up, brother?
Hey, I just got a quick question. I'm 25 years old. I'm a truck driver. I have no kids, but I got 3 stepkids. Do you think it's possible to have a committed relationship that's trustworthy and I even throw in happy here at the same time?
Sure. I mean, relationships, any relationship is difficult and complex. Sure, you can have a happy relationship. You just got to have the tools in which to build the foundation. Now, you know how a foundation works. If it's a shoddy foundation, it's going to be a shoddy building, whatever you're working on. So, again, you need the tools of self-knowledge, the tools of self-acceptance, the tools of self-worth, self-value, and then you got to be committed to making the relationship work. You got to believe in the relationship. You got to believe in the other partner. You have to have an understanding of who they are, and there has to be some level of pliability, flexibility. Their opinion matters just like your opinion matters. There has to be communication skills. A whole bunch of things are required in order to have a good relationship. So the answer to your question is yes. Now, are you saying you don't have these tools and you're experiencing difficulty?
Tools, but I'm saying, but when the baby daddy's there and it's causing somewhat of a drama thing, it kind of make me feel a little awkward. Like, okay, do I leave? Okay, the communication on me and her is cool. But then when he stressed her out, it kind of put me in a fucked up situation. Like, damn, so then me and her get to arguing. So then it's like, I tell other people, it's like, well, when you young, you don't have to worry about this. You shouldn't have to be stuck doing this and taking care of other kids. And it's like, okay, fuck, I don't want to wait till I'm 30. I want to have, like, that companionship till when I get 30, I can be like, oh, I've been with her for 10 years or 15 years.
Well, wait, let me ask you this really quickly. Is this what you want? That's the real question, right on the ground. Is this what you want?
The relationship-wise, as far as me and her, yeah, I'm attached to the kids, but when the third party come in, I feel like I'm the third person.
Well, listen to this, brother. You are dating a package deal situation.
That's what I was going to say. It's not going to change.
It's not going to change. This is the situation. This is what you got.
Yeah.
Uncle Ruckus wants to...
no, I'm just saying that 99%, well, probably 97% of all colored females got babies. So you done messed up in the first place.
No,
that's not true.
Huh?
See, listen.
Say that again?
My girl's Mexican and I'm black.
See?
Mexican and black? Hell, y'all got a baby factory over there in the first damn place.
Yeah, that didn't really help your cause when you said she was Mexican.
No, but again... The real answer, the real answer to his question is simple. You know, it's a package deal situation.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what you're getting into before you even got serious with the girl.
Yeah,
I'm sure she didn't surprise you one day and say, dun 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 dun, here's my 12 kids.
Yeah, and if the dad's Mexican, then hey, you deep in it, bro.
First of all, she wouldn't say dun 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 dun, here's my 12 kids. She was going, here my 12 kids. I ain't got nothing against Mexicans because they can clean like hell.
Oh, Jesus.
I really don't.
Thank you for the call, brother. Chris from California, it's your time to talk, man. Talk to me. Chris? Oh, that was Chris. Sorry, Chris. Thank you for the call. Terrell from Chicago. Let me hear you.
How you doing? Hey, first of all, in the relationship situation, I think a lot of the women, not necessarily women just women, but women and men, is that we're not nurtured by our parents in the right way in terms of we're not being raised to see what a real relationship is. A lot of times you got parents that are jaded on one side where they don't show the differences between a husband and wife in a constructive way. So then the child grows up biased to one side or versus the other side. So they don't have that opportunity, like for a female perspective, you know, in terms of females, they don't have that opportunity to mature, to respect the man. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, you know what? And I appreciate that, man. Thank you for reaching out to the Voice of Reason. I got to move. Richard, North Carolina, you're my final call. Talk to me. Keep it short.
Yeah, I got somebody want to talk to Uncle Ruckus there.
All right, who you got?
That Grandma Clump there. You know what's wrong with that Ruckus fella? See, me and him used to date back in the early 60s.
I would never, look here, I would never ever date a Negro woman, Grandma Clump. You know why? If I was going to date a Negro woman, I might as well go to the zoo right now, break into the monkey cage, and wind up with one of them.
I will not tolerate that kind of disrespect
into
of a
the
black
chimpanzee cage because they ain't got no tail. My bad. I'm sorry, ZoWilliams.
Ladies
Forgive me for not knowing that monkeys, half-tailed, and chimpanzees do not.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to
but I will say Halle Berry is a very sexy chimpanzee.
Wow.
Hey, you know, I did want to say thank you, Zoe, to you and all the birthday wishes from the people on Facebook. Thank you. That was nice of you.
Louis Dix just had a birthday, and like I said, a lot of people have a misconception of Louis Dix because you are quite possibly the hottest, most volatile character on the Foxxhole. But Louis Dix is living a good life right now, and he's excited about the prospects of the future. He has moved on from his divorce, and he's doing quite well. And I want to thank Uncle Ruckus.
Oh, I want to thank you, ZoWilliams, for having me here. I hope the niggas learned something, but I'm sure they did not. I'm sure they did not.
So do you have any final words? When can they see the Boondocks? Where is it showing?
On Cartoon Network Adult Swim every Sunday night, somewhere around 11:30 if you got TV, or break into your white neighbor's house and watch it on his while he's sleeping.
I just want to thank you guys for tuning into The Voice of Reason. This is what we do every Thursday. This isn't what we do every Thursday. This was a different kind of show. We wanted to keep it light after 3 weeks of very heavy topics. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and next week we'll be back on another powerful topic. We're trying to change the lives of people, trying to make their relationships better. If you want to contact me, get at me at zo@sirius-radio.com. That's my email address, zo@sirius-radio.com. I want to thank everybody for calling in, and I'll see you next week. Peace.